Life is funnier when you go, yo, you're short and your girlfriend's weird. Like, that's fun. I never met her. So. I never.
That's a little personal, bro.
You're short. You're fucking.
This episode is brought to you by Barefoot Dreams, guys. Thanks for checking back. You know, my studio is a lot comfier this season. Everything is comfy because Barefoot Dreams makes these great products that it's called Cozy Chic Fabric. It literally is the name of these soft blankets that are all over the studio. They make robes, pillows. And I really want to thank my buddy Younis, who's on the episode today, because he heard about the name of the sponsor and just took his shoes off. So literally Barefoot Dreams today. Thank you, man. Maybe we'll give you a blanket at the end, depending on how the episode goes. Yeah, dude, you always come in barefoot, or?
You know, it's part of it's a new look I'm trying to do.
Nice.
It's a dream I had.
And we can maybe add the dreams for him and you. You could put pop-up15 at the promo code at barefootdreams.com to get 15% off your first purchase. Go check them out. And look, I already introduced Younis. Say hello to Zach and Abdullah, everybody. They're here.
Hey.
What's up? This is what's fun about this, guys. So I do this show every week. I have talented people on. You are my actual good friends. I said I need to have a party. I got to have my boys come in, talk about their talented lives. And you showed up 1.5 hours late, and then I started the episode 1.5 hours after that. Right?
That's
What's
typical.
up?
That's typical.
Well, Arabs and Italians, everyone runs late.
Is that what it is? I feel like
I think it's a Mediterranean thing.
100%.
I think most races though get that stereotype. Like who isn't late?
Yeah.
Like
No,
white
but,
like
white
white people
are on time, bro. Come on. They come 10 minutes before. Like, all right, we're here.
Yeah.
Wait for it.
I
Well, they
packed
call
my
it,
lunch.
You know, CPT, color people time. So
Yeah.
anyone of color
Hey.
is late.
By the way, you like that within the first 45 seconds, I was just like, damn, white people, and I look how I look. I am white, but I think I'm
but
olive.
Italians are only recently white.
Yeah, we're more recent white. Yeah.
Do I have a mic?
Oh, yeah, it's next to you. I thought you. I told. It's right there. Didn't I tell you?
No, I don't know.
I get Younis the rapper mic because he grew up in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So I was like, give him that old mic. That mic's got some, you know.
Does it work? Can you guys hear me?
It's on, bro.
Can
It's
you hear
on.
me, Zach?
You know Younis can rap, right?
Yeah. Do you ever do a rap battle in Chicago?
I used to do it all the time, actually.
Really?
Oh,
Bro, I'll
yeah.
give you a beat and you
Yeah,
gotta
let's
rap on
see.
it.
Yeah,
Ready?
should we do a rap battle?
Who do you want to battle right now? Because I have bars too, bro.
Uh-oh.
It's
No,
not
you
for-
don't, Paul. Come on.
Oh, because I'm olive white. I don't have bars.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Yes, 100%.
Bro, give us the beat.
Actually,
Give us the
let's
beat.
go, right?
Oh, this
All
is
right.
perfect.
Go ahead, Paul. You go ahead. It's your
Yo,
studio.
I do the raps because I like to please. The guy takes off his shoes. Now the studio smells like Iraqi cheese. Listen up. I rap. I can rhyme to the beat. I might look white, but I at least got shoes on my feet, bitch. Come on, dude.
Okay.
That was good for my sponsor, though. Now I'm throwing down.
Hey, barefoot dream.
They're going to love this.
Barefoot dream.
They're going to
Barefoot
love
I
this.
mean,
They're
wait,
gonna love
Zach
this.
actually does music, and I know there's a guitar laying around.
Yeah.
Zach
Well, no, you have
Hey,
to
we gotta do that later, bro. This is the
Oh,
opening
okay.
act.
Dude,
Come on.
don't be afraid of my cheese.
No,
foot
no. I
rhyme.
mean, hey, my bars are offensive. I don't know if you can leave stuff out.
No, let's go. No. Just
All
go.
right, I'm gonna give you a
Give him
different
another
beat.
beat.
Different beat.
Yeah, let's
Is
do
it like fast or slow? What you want? Let me know, brother.
Let's go medium in the middle.
right.
Not too fast, not too slow.
Okay, let me.
Add a little bit of an Indian flavor to it.
Already my favorite episode.
All right, no. All right.
Yeah. Yo, Paul, those bars are trash. I'll still fuck around and might eat your ass. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, yeah.
I mean, so wait, your battle,
Yo,
you said it was going to be
that's
like
great.
more offensive, but it just was gay.
Yeah,
It wasn't
I
even.
mean,
That's just how it is, bro.
hey, sometimes you just gotta say what comes out.
I mean,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
hey, you know
That's
what,
why
man?
he's doing the barefoot thing,
That's-
bro. It's
hey,
part of
respect,
that.
Respect,
I like that, man. I like
Yo,
that.
actually, shout out to Uno Bars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know bars.
He's got a Spotify profile.
We
Wow.
out. We're out. I
Wow.
just took everything down though because we're about to release some new music.
Oh,
Yes,
that's right.
yes.
So be ready, man.
Be ready.
That was good, man. I mean, I think, look, battle rapping is a language. It's a
is.
way of life. I used to do it back in the day in the suburbs of New Jersey.
Yes, indeed.
You know?
That's where hip hop started.
Yes, 100%.
Let's go around because I do want people to get to know you. I've obviously interviewed Younis here.
Yeah.
Younis came with his uncle from Iraq, which
That
was
was a fun
incredible
episode.
one time.
Literally, no, he's not joking.
Oh, he came to
That was a real
episode.
episode.
No, he came in the studio the day he got to America and came
Literally,
in here and he
first
didn't
time
speak.
ever in America.
Wow.
Yeah, and Younis translated Arab
Paul,
the
were you
entire
a little
episode.
scared?
Yeah.
Were you, was it-
Well, no, I was only worried because there was like, I don't know why there was like an FBI car outside after.
They probably followed him from the airport. Like, all right, keep an eye on
That's
this
messed
one.
up. But
That was
then,
messed up.
That was messed up, and I'm sorry.
No, I know it happens. It happens.
I did tip them off.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's
He's like,
I
there's
know.
someone coming.
Yeah.
The Italians don't
It
like-
actually was like they weren't interviewing him. I think they were trying to vet him out. Like, you just bring your uncle over, you know?
But Abdullah, you grew up in Michigan,
Yes,
right?
yes,
You're
yes.
born.
Similar, we could say, I mean, streets of Michigan versus Chicago. I don't know the difference, but did you have anything growing up where you had to battle rap? Like, you're a funny guy. Did you use comedy on the streets? What was your thing?
No, I mean, yeah, there was like in school we would always do it, but it wasn't something that I was like necessarily good at. I was just
What was your weapon though? Like your weapon growing up?
just
like,
roasting people. man.
Roasting.
Yeah, like I would literally sit in class and just like take notes on people. I'm like, all right, this motherfucker has a big ass nose. Dude,
So you were, like,
I'm gonna talk about his
methodical.
weird legs. Just I'm just like and as soon as somebody comes at me, I'm like, all right, let me just all right, and then I'll just get them. And then
But isn't it funny? I think because I love you guys. You guys are like my brothers. I feel like, and specifically all of you have the
Are
sense
we
of
like
humor.
your brothers or are we your brothers?
no,
Well, I
we're
don't-
his Arab brothers.
Arab
let's be honest.
brothers.
We're not like brothers, but we're like brothers.
Arab brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
space, there's
yeah. But I really enjoy their space.
Nah, man, come on, he's a Mediterranean brother, bro.
true.
But
Bro,
no,
who
who
says
says
this? Have you ever heard somebody say, "Hey, you're my Mediterranean brother"?
I didn't
Like,
say anyone
fucking-
say my Arab brother. Who said that?
Yeah, we're Arabs, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying the one thing you got to pull like the commonality. The commonality is the sea.
I was gonna say you guys are
but
my.
look. They're from Palestine's from the river to the sea, and he's part of the sea.
That's true.
okay.
Our fish is in there. I was gonna say you guys are hummus from another mummus. That's what I was gonna say.
This dude,
Oh, wait.
that was like a white dad
Pizza.
joke. Hey, hummus for your mamas.
But I was gonna say we all show love by roasting. So I was asking you because I think if I really like somebody, like I could say all these jokes to you guys, the FBI, whatever, and I say this publicly because you're my boys. That's how I show love. But is that also how you grew up?
Oh, hell
Because
yeah.
the more, and even now, my buddies now, the more I could like get at the jugular. Some of my friends, as they've gotten older, can't handle it, and I kind of lose friends who just don't joke that way. Life is funnier when you go, "Yo, you're short and your girlfriend's weird." Like that's fun. I never met her. So I never.
That's a little personal, bro.
You're short, you're fucking bitch. Fucking, your kids are ugly. What do my kids do, man?
Wait! I never met your girlfriend. I just was
I
giving an
know.
example, but I'm sure she's.
This dude, Paul. I love
I'm
it,
sure
man.
she's
I love
cool.
it.
No, she's cool. She's cool.
For now.
You know.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
It's her birthday today.
Happy
Happy,
birthday! Yes,
Happy
I'm glad you're spending your
birthday.
time with us.
That's
but
funny.
you show love that way too, which I enjoy. I enjoy that type
Oh,
of
yeah,
banter.
yeah.
You
You
know.
have to. I mean, I feel like also you gotta. There needs to be like a balance of understanding like how that the person reacts to the joke.
There's
you
an
know?
art to it.
Yeah, because sometimes if it's too offensive, it actually can hurt their feelings. And I've noticed that with my friends. Like sometimes I'm like, you know what? I have something to say,
But I'm
but I'm gonna
saying it.
hold that back.
I think that's
you know?
just called bullying.
Yeah.
No, dude.
Are you the most? By the
You've
way,
been doing
these
it to
guys,
Zach way too much in
know,
the
right?
apartment, by the way.
these guys all live
Is it an
together, which
invention?
makes the dynamic even funnier.
I know.
But
That is crazy.
I feel like nothing offends Younis. I feel like Zach sometimes can get offended, but are you the most offended in the house?
I mean, I'll get offended a little bit.
No, when we first met him, when he first moved in, there was like certain things we couldn't joke about.
Oh, it was off-limit
Yeah, like, hey,
jokes.
by the way, I don't like these jokes. Like, all right,
That's nice,
within
though.
2
That's a
minutes,
boundary.
though. Within 2 minutes, what did I do?
He made all those jokes. It's like this guy is the worst, man. If you haven't met Younis, he's the worst person ever.
No, he'll know what your trigger is or your wound,
then just
he'll
walk right
he'll
next to
pour
it. Yeah.
pour salt in it till it's.
But I don't
bleeding.
touch it. I get real close.
Real
I
close
try
to
to
the
see
line.
how close I can get with it, you know?
Yeah.
No, you touch it. This guy. No, you be saying some wild stuff.
He says
bro.
wild stuff. Well, what's your line? Because I made fun of your girlfriend I never met, and you seemed like you got a
Yeah.
little perky.
I mean, I think the only times I actually get it offended or mad is if I feel like it's real. Like, you actually do hate my girlfriend.
Right.
But if I know you don't believe that, I'm
Yeah.
like, it's a joke.
Yeah, but I feel like for me as an heir, I don't know how you guys feel, but like if you were to make fun of my mother or my sisters or any like girl, even like a girlfriend or a
Yeah.
wife, it's like fighting words type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like stay away from family.
What about the low hanging like fruit Arab stuff like that we joked with the terrorist thing? But like,
No,
if you
that's-
don't know the person
It could
and they
be.
think it's funny right away, that could be like it's like someone.
And then I think at the end of the day, if the joke is funny, though, that surpasses everything. Like, as long as it's funny, all right.
That's a
you
stand up
know.
rule though, right?
Yeah,
like
that's
if,
stand-up.
if it's funny enough,
You can get away with it.
has stand up made you less jade? Like, has it made you more offensive because you feel like the lines changed? Because it has for me.
Like you're
Like
saying,
nothing's off limits to me.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm on stage doing it.
because you're trying to like especially when you're trying to write jokes, you're trying to come up with the idea. I feel like you want to just take it as far as you can, and then that's why open mics are good, or you do it at a show, and then they tell you, okay, that's too far, then you can wheel it back. But to censor yourself before you even got on stage is you're limiting the potential of the joke. You know what I mean? But I feel like lately I've been trying to come up with, I guess, more. I feel like just coming up with stories that are just more related to me, not trying to be offensive on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, this is a hard topic. I feel like I used to challenge myself, like, let's do an abortion joke, top it with a religious joke. Like, it was just, like, fun. Like, I was just trying to do that. But now I'm like, okay, I've done those. Now let's try to make fun of, like, stuff that is actually more personal to me. I'm trying to perfect, storytelling.
It's
or
more
whatever
about
it
you.
is.
It's more about you. You have to do our new show, by the way, because it's all
I'm
storytelling.
down.
It's going to
super
be fun to
down.
have
Yeah.
you. Because that's also what audiences want now. It goes across comedy, music. People want to relate to our stories and feel together. I think with art. Look how philosophical I'm getting with you guys
Look at
now.
that.
Right?
Man.
From bullying each other.
Yeah, it's a nice transition,
See
bro.
that- see
Pop
that, bro?
up. What
That's
you mean,
professional.
bro?
Yo,
Professional.
Barefoot Dreams.
Take your shoes off. No, you don't have to. Please. This smells terrible.
Please.
I'm sitting
Two
on this-
Arab guys with their feet out.
Yeah.
That's too much, brother.
Well, wait, isn't it, speaking of offensive, if I were to take my shoe and throw it at one of you, that would be very offensive
Yeah.
back home, right?
Yeah.
I
Also,
love-
kind of what you're doing to Eunice right now.
That is very disrespectful in our culture.
And you too, actually.
No, like you
No, but
can't.
it's close. Like I'm
Yeah.
Like you're pointing the foot in my direction. You're pretty much saying like
You're worth
fuck
the
you.
my foot in your face.
What's the
Yeah.
obsession with feet, though? It's funny that we talked about feet in the beginning of this, but why are feet so offensive to Arabs?
I mean, once you put your foot down, I'll tell you. No, but that is like a real thing, though.
I know.
Like,
you told me about it, right?
Yeah, because you do it all the time to me, Paul.
Like he
Italian-
shakes your hand with his feet. Like,
Italians are as moving with our hands as with our feet.
Is-
So I was cooking the other day.
Is
you know?
Italian culture, if we're in Italy and I'm sitting like this to you, is that disrespectful?
No, the only thing I picked up there is burping. They think burping is really weird and gross. Burping.
I don't know if this is a Costabile family thing, like if this is your family thing, or is this an Italian thing? You guys do burp and fart in front of like strangers.
I've never burped a fart in front of you once.
Not in front of me, but your family. There's a
Oh, yeah,
person
yeah,
in your
yeah.
family that does it. I don't want to say who.
Why do you know?
I don't want to say who.
Yeah,
But then they
yeah.
told me that growing up, you guys would do that.
Yeah, well, I would, especially me
that
and my
an Italian
brother.
thing?
It's like a brother thing. Like my brother. Yeah.
That's
So
weird.
what would be the most like if I farted on your foot? Would that be the worst Muslim insult? You think, or not Muslim?
No, like
No.
spitting on someone is
Spitting.
very disrespectful.
Oh.
Like Haktua spitting is actually Arabs hated that video actually.
Isn't it funny though how these things, these like
Like, oh, so disrespectful.
Oh my God,
it has
she
to be
saw that.
dry. What do you mean spit on it?
dry rub. Oh wow, it is
There you go.
interesting culturally.
It is.
Like the things that tick people like Asians, you have to bring them. It's really true. Like you bring them a gift. Like it's like in
house?
business. No, in business,
Oh,
you're
I
really
didn't
supposed
know
to bring
that.
a gift. It's a true thing, I believe.
And they don't like eye contact.
They don't.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like
That throws me off.
I mean,
does.
Arab
I feel
like
like I feel like I'm like, oh man, am I scaring you? I'm sorry,
Make,
man.
make sure you got mic contact over there. I want to make sure we hear you. So
Oh.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're
I mean,
good.
I think with Arabs too, like if, like for instance, if there's an adult yelling at you, don't look them in their eye. Like you're supposed to head down as well.
Yeah,
in
but
our
that's a
culture.
different scenario. I'm just talking about in general,
Oh,
like
Asians
walking.
just hate
Yeah,
it.
like walking in public. I've heard. I don't know if it's true, but I've also experienced it where they just
Really?
like they're just.
There was a respect thing with women too. Like our friend is dating. I shouldn't even air this out, but he's dating a Japanese girl. And when I first met her, I thought she was like being very passive and coy, and it was like her personality, but it was cultural.
Mm-hmm.
She was kind of like bowing and not looking at me, and I was like, "What's going on?" I mean, I loved it, but I was like,
yeah.
"What's going on?"
That's no,
And-
it's culturally.
It's cultural.
Probably.
The cultures are very different. I mean, there are similarities, but also
That's what makes it beautiful, right?
Yeah, we celebrate what our traditions. You know. Now, growing up, you basically grew up in America, but it's the most Muslim population in the country, right?
in Dearborn, Michigan. Yeah, it's most Arabs and Muslims. I don't
So-
know about Muslims, but 100% Arabs.
So was there culture shock like leaving there? Was it so? Because I lived in Chinatown for a long time in New York. It's the only town I can think of in America that's similar, where some kids who are born in Chinatown think they're in China.
Yeah,
No, seriously. For like, there's an article about this. I feel like where you're from is like that. For
Yeah,
Arabs.
like a lot of people will come from the Middle East to Dearborn
Right.
and then never learn English because they don't need to learn English. Like it's just like part of like everyone speaks Arabic, so
Because
they
even
don't.
the signs, you drive by, you'll see a sign in
Yeah.
Arabic. Like the dentist will say it in Arabic.
Everything. And,
Grocery
but
stores.
like it's nice because then you just have like there's a huge community,
Yeah.
and everybody knows each other, everybody's taking care of each other. But then also it's like people don't leave.
Yeah.
Like they don't even go to up north Michigan, which is like a couple hours away. Like it's like a very, hey, this is our area. We stay here. We do everything, and you don't really need to leave. Like there's everything you need.
I feel like Michigan's so random though. Like why?
No, well,
why
because
there?
of the Motor City, so they came to work.
For cars.
For, yeah, like GM, Ford, Chrysler, they all had huge, manufacturing plants.
Sure.
But then the Lebanese, they're like the Armenians, where they're businessmen. So they came in, they started working, they made a little bit of money, they saved it up, and then opened businesses.
Oh, smart.
And now they run the whole entire city.
That's the American dream. We're all here because that's the dream, dude.
Yeah.
You come, you make a business, prosper, set up.
No, I mean the
communities.
mayor is Arab, like
Wow.
the judges, the police chief, like everybody. It's like an Arab run. I don't know how they allowed it, to be honest.
Taking over.
Yeah.
Slowly
I mean,
trying
the
to wheel
goal,
it
is to
back.
the goal is to do more cities, but we're starting in Dearborn. You know?
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the goal.
We're coming for Jersey next.
Oh.
I
So
mean,
the Italians perk
Jersey,
up.
what is it?
Patterson.
Patterson is
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's kind of a small little. hub
I
of
mean,
it,
I've
too.
never been to Dearborn, to be honest, so I don't know what that's like.
Yeah,
No, but the food there, phenomenal.
it's like
Really?
being over
It's
in the
good.
Middle East.
Phenomenal.
Because Patterson Main Street, like there's really Main Street becomes Palestine Way in the Arab section.
No way.
And they changed
Yeah.
the
They changed the
street.
name of it
They
to
literally
Wow.
changed the street to it now.
Jeez, you guys can get a street in America before you can over there. That's horrible.
That's wild, right?
Hey, we gotta start somewhere.
I know, right? There's several streets actually. It's not
We
just
need,
one street.
apparently, we need like a Palestinian lobby in America. Fund some things, and
That's
then we
what
can
you
get a
gotta
country.
I'm down for that, man.
That's really the.
It's just interesting.
He's like, all right, wait a minute. We went a
brought to you
little
by
too far
Barefoot
on that
Dreams.
side.
This is the episode where some political things come out, and then I'll get cast on SNL in 3 years, and,
Then it gets
and I will not get the job. This is my
Paul, you're gonna
chance.
cut all of this. Let's be honest.
No, I think we should be able to talk
No,
openly.
of course. That's the way we'll grow.
Yeah,
100%.
I think there's things to talk. Zach and I talk a lot about the
No, we do,
situation
we do.
over there. I don't know. I don't think I'm an authority to ever talk about it. So I go to him and ask him questions.
Yeah.
No,
he's-
isn't it annoying when white people come up to you and just like talk to you
About-
like they know
Oh.
your family's over there? It's different.
You know, I just love when people start the conversation in general because I'm like, I'm just going to educate you. That's what it is. I'm never like, oh, I'm going to tell you what's right, what's wrong. I just want to let you know
Yeah.
the history, and then you can go look it up yourself. Don't
Yeah.
even believe. Don't take my word for it. I'm just going to tell you, and then you go do your own research, and then come back and then tell me what you came up with.
Yeah.
You know, like
Also-
that's my favorite part.
Also, it's just cultural and heritage. We are all passionate about where we're from. Like it's an evergreen concept.
Yeah.
The way you are about where your family's from, Palestine.
Yeah.
But somehow it gets misconstrued. I mean, it's war. It's war is the problem, honestly.
Well, it's people's ideologies are the
Yeah.
problem, and we're seeing that now. It's not any race, it's not any religion, it's not any color of people. It's someone's a certain group's ideology.
Yeah.
You know, this needs to be them and no one else's. You know what I mean? And
Right. All right, Younis, I need you to do a battle rap about that.
About Zach?
About the war. No, I was kidding.
Oh.
I was trying to cut the ice there. But
You
I
got
don't
a
think
little too.
I don't think I did it. I don't think I did
Here,
it.
cut it again. Try it again.
Try, yo, mother. No, this went hard. I also feel bad because I always only talk to you about it. Like I also know, like we got to talk about your music.
Yeah.
You're more than just that. But obviously, as a Palestinian, it's something you're passionate. You should be talking about it. So
Yeah.
it's like there's a fine line with the times, right?
Well, I even told you it's like it's hard to talk about anything else because
I know.
you just feel wrong, But we all have things we're trying to accomplish. I'm
Yeah.
still trying to work on a project.
Yeah.
Of course, do music, but now the songs are just influencing what is going on in the world. So it's about Palestine.
Yeah, but we talked about this with you like years ago. That transition to more of your heritage, anyway. But even before this happened,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
he was doing.
He's been
'cause
on it. He's been on it for a long
Old Zach
time.
is clean shaven, and he's the Palestinian Bruno Mars on YouTube back in the day. Back in the
Yeah.
day, but you.
But now he's Zachariah.
It just kicks in.
Allahu Akbar.
Where's
No, but
the
you
soundboard?
did the
I know, right?
like you did the Yalla song. You did a lot of cool
Yeah.
like Middle Eastern influenced tracks that my daughter and I love. Carmela and I always sing them. But I think that's cool, and it's important to you to have that voice now, right? Like talk
Yeah, of
about. I
course.
know you just work with Macklemore. Let's just name drop a little bit because that's so cool.
Well, I got the opportunity to do a session with him and some other talented artists, and they kind of need somebody to help. They wanted a kids choir to do something. I don't know what I can say, what I can't say, but they just need some help with some things.
I
And
love
was like,
it.
Yeah, I'm there. They're, all right, cool. So
Should I not have brought it up? I could cut it out.
no, it's okay.
He's
No,
a
no.
G. I love that guy.
Oh, he's amazing.
He's so
What a genuine person for sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
and been through a lot of stuff, and he's like struggled with sobriety and stuff. Like you could tell he's just a real one. I remember when I met him at the height of his fame, and he was like when Thrift Shop was like the biggest song in the country.
Wow. Where'd
And
you
I
meet him?
remember it was actually at a rally for. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah,
I'm like, dang, Paul's in on it from 20 years ago. Let's go.
Stupid joke. I was at a radio station,
true.
but I bring it up because I remember him then just being like, he's a good example of an artist. Like he works so hard. He developed his audience.
Yeah.
Nobody could tell him how to do his art. I mean, that's the dream, and that you're like that as an artist too, though. You've kind of never really been swayed one way or the other.
Yeah, he was like one of the first independent artists, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he was like, I'm not gonna do it with label, and I'm not gonna compromise my art. I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
And then he did it and made waves, and
Yeah.
now he's a huge, successful artist.
Sure, and he's doing stuff with you that you're talking about. Like he's doing stuff that he feels passionate about, and he's spreading his art that way.
No, I think it's interesting that he also like he kind of had like a where no one really heard about him for a long time, but then came right back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like swinging, and
You know,
everybody.
my favorite part about him coming back was that like when he dropped that song Hins Hall, there was like this beef between Kendrick and Drake, and like he had that bar was like F a response from Drake. You know what I mean? Like it was just like. Because in my head, I'm thinking, man, this horrible thing is happening right now, and people are worried about who's, what Drake is saying, what Kendrick is saying, and then he comes out of nowhere and is like, "F a response from Drake. Look what's happening to the world," And that was just like, you just became my favorite artist. You know what I mean?
He calls it out, man. That is the funny part when you like. I've always said this about our culture here: is we're very distracted by BS. Obviously, I mean, we're doing a comedy podcast, which is similar entertainment, but. You do get there's just a lot like our priorities in news are so backwards in America. It's wild.
Yeah.
I think it's intentional though.
Of course,
You know?
it's distraction. Think about it. It's like why not? Also, like we just like fight with one another.
Did we really land on the moon?
Let's get into it. Wait, you're really taking it there. It's gonna turn to a Rogan episode.
Earth is flat.
All Rogan episodes is like things are good, but like we're all gonna die in 5 years. Every question he does now, he's like it's just things are gonna end for us when the robots take
I think
over.
that happens when
You
people
actually
get
sound
older
like
though
it.
too. I think people once he's like 50, right? Like
He's older, yeah.
So it's like I think the older you get, the more that
Pessimistic,
death,
maybe?
it's just like man, that's right around the corner. You know what I mean?
Mortality is a weird thing growing up, I guess, too. You start thinking about like that
Yeah.
stuff, right? I like being like a hamster on a wheel. I don't like to think about
Do
it.
you feel like age affected your mindset on life?
Totally.
And like even religiously, like culturally?
All of it.
Yeah.
Perspective, yeah. Life is short.
What age in particular did you feel like it all flipped? Like where you were like, oh shit, this is.
I remember when you first came over my house, I was on guard,
Yeah,
and it changed me.
I remember that day.
This guy's from Chicago. I think he's packing heat.
Hey, he made me put the gun in the car. So.
No, I think it was a couple years into fatherhood and some things, some real
fatherhood
things
changes
happening,
it.
loss, grief. I think that you just get a perspective for like what's important. Similar to what's going on with you guys now. It's like when real life happens, when you lose things or when you see life and death situations, it's like that makes you realize like why am I worried about dumb things? Why am I so? And don't get me wrong, I forget this all the time, but I try to keep that perspective close. Like how important is it is a phrase I try to live by. How important is it? And then you're like, oh. And that can make me a jerk sometimes too, because I'm like, this is not as important, but I could be mean about how much I don't care. But just that level of perspective, I think, is important. Because wait, how old are you, Abdullah? Do you not want to tell the internet?
No, I'm 33.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck! Fucking old.
That's the age.
Back hurts.
That's the age Jesus was when he died.
I know.
Yeah,
that's
that
the
was
age, that's the age Muslims are in heaven.
Oh.
Yeah.
So is this your heaven right now?
Yeah.
This is it.
This is me in heaven right now. It's very unfortunate, but
He worked at this. He was at like 32. He was like, man, I got one more year.
I gotta step it up, bro. I gotta lose some weight.
He's shredded, driving the Miata around LA.
Hey.
Living the dream.
Can we talk about how annoying that car actually is?
I love that car. He's got a Miata.
Hater, bro. He drives a Corolla like a freaking Iraqi dad, bro, with no kids.
We'll
Come
see
on,
which
bro.
car breaks down first.
Dude,
alright?
I pulled up next to. We played basketball at the gym. I pulled up next to him, not knowing it was him, and I saw a woman behind me get pregnant just looking at him.
Hey.
Miata. Hiya. How offensive is my Middle Eastern singing?
Just like 8 out of 10.
Yeah. It's pretty.
Are you
Up
finding
there.
that perspective now as you get older? Because you're the oldest in the room besides
Yeah.
me. So do you feel your perspective shifting a little?
Yeah. I saw like a interesting TikTok. It was saying that the religious people when they're young, when they get older, they lose religiosity, and then
Religiosity
it's vice versa.
is not a word.
Huh?
Religiosity is not a word.
Is it?
Is that a word?
If
It
it's
is.
TikTok, it's true.
Okay.
I think it is.
Hey, if TikTok said it.
I didn't
Come
mean to
on,
cut you
bro.
off.
Come
All right,
on.
you were about to say
Come
something
on,
very profound.
Come
Yeah.
on,
Wait, say it again. Come on.
No, I don't want to say it anymore.
Bro, this was his clip. This was
I
his
know, this
big
was like,
clip.
he was like,
I was waiting for it the whole time.
Waited
And this
this
guy,
whole day for this part.
how do you spell religiosity? Like what?
Dude, I hear the song and everything. It's building up. It's beautiful. It's like all the beautiful stars and the inspirational music. He's talking about religion. And you had to go in there and
But he
park
just
your
made up a
Corolla like
word.
that. Just park
No,
the
it is a word.
Get off the podcast. Get off the podcast. This guy is really. You're the guy that's correcting in English. Let's be honest.
There you go.
This guy.
Hold up.
Religiosity.
Oh, what is
wow.
so? What does it mean? Define it. What is the
It
religiosity?
says strong religious feeling or belief.
Wow, look at that.
All right,
hey,
so-
hey, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Apology not accepted.
Wow.
Get out.
And cut. So religiosity, that's a cool word. Wow,
I
it's a
know,
real
right? I learned
word.
it today.
Never,
Literally.
never heard that word, huh? You heard that?
I'm double checking it right now.
He's salty. He's
I'll take
salty.
these guys serious. Come on.
We're working on them together.
Let's see.
Anytime we play any kind of board game, it's
Bro,
always
these guys
it's
always jump me, man.
It's messed up, bro.
Paul, you saw it first time when
Yeah,
you
yeah,
came
yeah.
over.
I played
These
Risk with you guys.
these guys, they can't
It
beat
was
me one on
not-
one.
It was not
you know?
okay. But it's also all your personalities.
Yeah, that's true.
But wait, let's stay on track
wait,
for Abdullah's
go back to
quote
your
here.
clip, go back to
So
your clip.
It said, when you get, I'm a listener, a professional listener. When you get your religious young, you lose.
Yeah,
your
I don't
older.
know if it's true or not. It was the concept was that when you're religious as a young person, then you get older, you end up losing that religiousness, and then vice versa. When you're not religious, you grow into becoming religious. And I thought about it. I was like, it's interesting.
Where do you feel like you stand on that?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I feel like I've seen it happen where people that are religious very young, when they get older, they end up like, I want to live a little. And then it's the opposite, where they live too much when they're younger, and then they feel like, okay, you know what? I've done too much. I need to get back to religion. So it was just interesting. What do you
Did
guys
you grow
think?
up super religious?
Yeah.
So do you feel yourself? Well, you moved to a godless town. But
Yes,
you feel
100%.
yourself,
Yeah. It's definitely a lot harder. Yeah, to like
to stay religious.
Yes.
Did you go to the
100%.
mosque today? It's Friday.
No. I
Is
didn't.
Fridays your thing?
It's supposed to be.
My bad. I didn't even
Yeah,
know
but
that.
this
It was
guy
Fridays.
set it up, and
You're not doing
You
your
did that on
religion.
purpose, didn't you?
Yeah.
He literally asked me what
he
time
literally
is
offered
prayer?
pork, but before we came in, he's like, "You guys want some bacon
Got some
bits?"
pork burritos. Got some bacon, sausage burritos. You know how many times I've done that to this group? I feel so bad.
No,
Zach
no.
almost ate pork the other day at the house
I feel like Zach eats pork, no?
behind the closed
A little
doors.
bit.
But wait,
loves guys.
that's interesting though. We're all on a journey, I think, what you're saying though.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you have influence from when you're young, and then I think it's also really healthy to be independent of how you grew up and decipher and discern your spirituality a little too, and not just spirituality, how you want to live your life. It's just part of growing up, right?
100%.
But is there guilt in, because we have Catholic guilt growing up Catholic, so is there a lot of Muslim guilt when it comes to like, I'm not being a good Muslim today? Does that
100%.
happen a lot? Because that's kind of like a voice in your head that's maybe good for morality,
like
but kind
in
of
all-
frustrating.
No religions have a sense of that, no?
Yeah, but which one's the worst? Jewish?
I thought they don't. Somebody remember when Menachem was here one time
Yeah.
a while back. He was saying that they don't believe in hell. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that
Jewish.
either. But there's
Jewish
a
people don't
thing
believe in
called
hell.
Jewish guilt also.
There is that, huh?
But Catholic guilt, they say.
Oh, we believe in hell, and it's bad, bro. It's bad.
Is your hell worse
Ball.
than? Well, the Catholic hell is
I'm
very
joking.
scary.
It is, it
Is
is.
the Muslim hell scarier?
Yeah, like there's like specific punishments for specific acts,
Oh wow.
and it's bad.
It's like court of
melting,
law shit
boiling,
down
like
there.
some horror. But there's that part of religion, but there's also the where it's like there's a lot of great in heaven. So it's like showing you that there's really really great and there's really really bad. You choose.
There's
you know?
like a long religiosity. You know what I mean? Within that. Did I use it right?
No.
Did I use it right?
You know, I was hoping when you redid that clip, you were going to say religiosity.
You
again.
did
I was
it.
like,
Yeah.
damn it, you didn't
Oh,
say
we're gonna
it.
say it the rest of the episode.
Yeah,
I might
yeah.
even call this episode
Religiosity.
religiosity and what it means, like some beautiful religious title about discerning between Islam, Allah, and Jesus. It's like not even what the episode's about.
All you see is his feet the whole entire episode.
I mean,
His
hey.
shot's just his
Can
feet.
you get some good good shots of his feet, like some?
I have.
close-ups?
Oh, it's in there. It's in
Okay,
there.
good.
I love talking about this with you guys. I don't mean to make it seem like define Islam to me. I want to hear about it. I know you're trying to convert me though, so it's good.
100%. We're all
But
trying.
I
It's
know.
it's like
We're
it's like
pretty close.
actively we're
We're pretty
proactive.
close.
Yeah,
We're pretty close.
I'll check out a mosque with you guys.
Oh, that'd be a good
Let's
episode.
cut that out. Let's cut that part out.
That'd be a good episode. We take you to a mosque.
I would do that.
Your parents call you. You need to stop hanging out with
Yeah.
these Muslims.
I'm just a very curious person. Obviously, I do interviews for a reason. I'm just curious about everything. Like I love talking about this stuff because it's interesting. It's so different than how I grew up, you know.
Yeah.
And also that we all grow up with similar things. Though, like I feel guilty about this. I think if we lose morality, like good and bad, which maybe our culture's going, not to be like alarmist, but if our kids grow up thinking nothing's good or bad, that's really dangerous too. Like I think of that as a parent.
100%.
So I like the scare tactics a little bit from religion. Like I like as a father, I want my daughter to be like a little scared to do something wrong, and maybe my wife might not agree with this, but I like that idea. Like a little bit of fear is good for us in life.
Do you
know
hit
what
your kids?
Do I hit them?
Yeah.
No.
No, he has girls, bro. What's wrong with you, man?
You can't hit girls.
Girls.
That's where he draws the line.
Yeah.
No,
You
I
have
think
sons. You
actually-
gotta, smack them around
I'm
a little
working on a
bit.
stand-up bit that I haven't done yet, but it is like I think there should be a one smack
Rule?
quota. Like
A
in our
month?
society, we should be allowed once for them really to learn one thing. Like it shouldn't be completely quit. Does that make me sound like
Like once
an
a
abusive
month or
dad?
once in
no,
general?
like once in general. Kids of this generation need at least one hit.
No, a little bit more than one.
Maybe,
bro.
maybe.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying. For me,
one
it's like,
hit their whole life. It better be a hard hit,
but
bro.
no, but if when you use the card when
elbow.
no, you use the card.
You
when
ever
it's
got
something-
elbowed by your mom, bro?
It's got to be no. It's got to be.
You ever got shot by your mom, bro?
Dude, it happens, bro. Saw anything, man.
Chainsaw?
See, you remember that you didn't do whenever your mom elbowed you
100%,
didn't
bro.
do that thing again, right?
100%.
So, one card to pull where it's like just for them to learn a really big life lesson when they need it. You know,
Were you hit as a kid or no? Did you ever get hit?
a few times, like not in an abusive way, like just like little things, but it was like my parents got way softer as we got older, and they're way softer with my sisters. But me and my
With you
brother
and
were
your older
younger.
brother, yeah,
A couple things like old school Italian, but nothing like
Yeah.
a couple times.
I was never hit. I
No,
don't
you
think
act like you were.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I should have been hit.
I know, 100%. It would have made all our lives better. Not just yours. All of us
We
would have
can
been.
really tell you've never been hit.
You walk in
might
here
need to
entitled
get
with
hit,
shoes
dude.
off.
I think it's because like they're scared to hit me. Like that's what it is.
We're deadly. Let me tell you something. That's
shit-
like the
when I
scariest.
come home,
when he walks
home, I could feel them. They're like, oh shit.
We all
this is
run to
home.
our rooms.
They scatter.
Literally.
Like they're
You're like you're the emperor of the
yeah,
house.
bro.
the
Come on
emperor.
now.
You're the young
Are you kidding
Saddam.
Scary man.
Are you kidding me, bro? You know what I'll do to these guys if they let me
Oh,
lose, bro? Come on, man.
You ever hit anybody growing up like in a fight? Who's
I mean,
ever
I
been in a
was-
fight here?
Yeah,
Big
of
fight?
course, bro. I was a wrestler. I was a boxer. I was everything,
Oh
man.
yeah, he's a
That's,
drug
that's
dealer.
athletic though. I mean,
Yeah,
like in the school or the street.
I mean, hey, you'll never catch me lose a fight. All right, that's what I'll say.
Oh yeah. You know, he actually trained the Algerian boxer that won the gold medal.
I trained him.
That's Younis.
I don't know what
bro.
was worse, his battle rap or his intimidating fight line.
I know. Hey, I'll beat you up, man.
Maybe I'll cut his fight to a beat. His fight line. Oh, you won't be
Hey, I'll
seeing
be
me
honest
lose a
though,
fight.
Younis can
Hey.
wrestle.
He's scrappy.
He's scrappy.
Uh-oh.
He could take anyone down.
Both actually are scrappy. We're like, it'd be an interesting match, you two.
Yeah,
'Cause
no,
you're
They
both
do
scrappy.
kind of like joke around like on some.
athletic.
Yeah, we
You
try.
know,
But wait, when you fought someone growing up, did you win?
No,
I got-
Or did she win?
Hey,
there you go. We get it.
she actually got me. I'm not gonna lie.
We got him.
Wait, go ahead.
How old was she?
She was actually my age.
You know,
I got
actually-
slapped by her.
the elbow.
You know, I actually wrestled when I was in high school. I wrestled a girl that was ranked second in the state, and I beat her in wrestling.
Wow.
Swear to
Oh,
God,
yeah.
true story. And
Oh,
so that
yeah.
makes me.
Wow.
Was she a
second-
trans or was
no,
she
no,
like
it was a real
actual-
girl.
She was a
Yeah,
trendsetter,
in high school it was co-ed
Wow.
wrestling, and she was like ranked like second in the state within
Wow.
women's, and I won.
Wow.
I was like, bro, we were so like we
Was she your
celebrated.
like the same size?
Because if I had lost, my team would have lost conference. Yeah, we're the same weight, and everyone thought I was gonna lose and everything, and I ended up winning, and that makes I think technically that means I'm second in state in the women's division.
Wow.
technically speaking,
Wow.
in Illinois, I'm so if there's any girl, if there's any girl out
Well,
there,
listen, with the way the Olympics went this year, everyone's mad about
Sorry.
that girl who was born a girl. They thought
Yeah.
was a man.
Did you hear about that? That's
Maybe
crazy.
back in the day, maybe you should just be competing together. Maybe that's what we're learning.
I'm down to any girl that wants to fight me. Imagine.
We should set it up,
yo,
dude,
I'm
in
not
here.
gonna lie. If you see the footage, she was whooping my ass.
you have the footage?
I think it's on you.
Oh, we
somewhere.
gotta, I want to see this. I wanna
And
see this.
she was beating me. She was really talented. I just got lucky because there was one move. You know, in wrestling, when you like start from you start both on your leg, but then you take turns. One person starts from the
Yeah.
bottom, the other person. So when she was on the bottom, I did a freestyle move, which is I didn't like do the traditional route. I did this thing where you could step up and kind of put both arms on her chest or on her back.
Oh, that's
On her back. And then what she was supposed
He was
to
like,
do.
oh.
No, what she was supposed to do is because she's on all four legs, she's supposed to kind of pivot away and then get up. But if she pivoted towards me, I just bulldozed her and pinned her.
Wow.
So she did the wrong move. She didn't know what to do. So she went towards me, and the second the whistle beeped and she went like this, I just, boom.
Wow.
Dude, he remembers detail,
Oh, yeah.
every single detail. That's like
and I
the
was
best
just-
moment in his life. I beat this girl.
Dude, I
Oh,
won,
please
bro.
edit that clip and put it up as he's describing.
Yeah,
it.
dude, I gotta find the clip.
You guys gotta. You guys
Bro, we
gotta.
won. It was my high school. They never won conference. That was the first time they won conference in that school history.
I mean, every
So I
time
made
Younis
history
goes, every
in
time
my
Younis
school.
goes back home, like all the people in town are like, "Hey, you're the one that beat that,
that
woman."
girl,
Like,
yeah.
all right, yeah.
Bro, no photos.
No.
So you can celebrate your girlfriend's birthday tonight with a little wrestling
A little bit.
rendezvous.
Nah,
you know?
I'm gonna take out to
Hey.
eat, you know, do something. We'll hang out, you know.
Good for you, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know.
I think it's interesting because that would never happen today. Actually, men would never fight women, and
Women.
people are mad if they would fight each other with
That's
the tran
true.
thing. Like, tran.
Yeah.
I didn't even say trans.
Trans
I said
thing.
the Tron 3000 movie coming out. That's wild, dude.
crazy.
And, you know, it sounds like you got to go back to your high school reunion. And
I know.
Maybe celebrate.
He's like the
And-
coolest guy in his high school reunion. Oh my God, it's Younis.
Bro, I was so proud that day.
Meanwhile, that girl is like never recovered because
Oh, yeah.
like
She's like homeless, like fucking druggy. Ruined her life, Younis.
even her
She's
life.
probably watching this like, fuck that guy. He's still talking about it. Like,
We're gonna
it's been
find-
10 years. I'm like, I'll never forget it. I won. all right?
The gold about podcast clips is I'm gonna just clip everything. He's gonna be like, I beat women, and it's just gonna be him describing beating this woman. Never say it's a wrestling match. Never gonna say publicly it's anything. I'm just gonna put it like I'm gonna put it with footage.
And
of,
he's like doing
I'm gonna
showing you how he did
I'm
it.
gonna put it with an actual like crime that happened in New York. Like, footage.
Bearded man
just gonna be-
beats a woman
Oh my
in the
God.
park.
Just slander Younis. That's what this episode's all about. It's called slandering Younis with religiosity.
Now I did lose a fight to a girl once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this was in New York. I went to my first open mic in New York, and it was just a regular mic. Everyone was going up, and then the host was this really old lady. She was hosting, and she got into it with the crowd member.
Oh.
And the crowd member gets up and starts fighting her. It's two women fighting. So I thought I'm gonna be brave. I've beaten, I wrestled in the past. I could stop these two from, I was trying to de-escalate.
Yeah.
But that lady from the crowd was stronger than like three men. Like she was
No.
so I tried to pull her back. She pushed me away. I fell, almost broke my leg. And I think I have video of that. Yeah. Remember Maze? Did I tell you about it? It was like in Maze Vault. We were all in New York.
That's
she had
crazy.
video.
Oh,
That's
that's right.
crazy.
It was crazy. Literally, my knee was swollen.
That's crazy,
And I
dude.
kept trying to yank. And the lady that was getting beaten up was so old, and nobody stepped
That's
up to help
terrible.
her.
That's nice
know
you
what I
stepped
mean?
up.
And I lost though.
You're
So I
willing
wasn't second in
to
state
you're willing to
anymore.
fight a woman to help another woman that time.
And then
You
yeah,
lost.
so I was like, so that was the only time I've lost a fight to a woman.
Wow.
But it wasn't like a loss. It was I did lose.
That's
but,
crazy
you
though.
know,
That's crazy,
yeah.
man. I would like be worried to step in that.
I just try to
situation.
like pull them away from each other, but
No
man,
one should be fighting anybody on stage. That's crazy.
No, it was wild,
That's
dude.
wild, dude.
I think I didn't post it because the lady that was getting hurt by the comedian that was getting
Yeah.
hit, she asked me not to post it,
Oh.
but it was like
We
recorded.
can share now though, right? It's been a while.
I think I have it still.
You ever lose to an Italian guy?
Ooh.
Oh.
Hey, get those eyebrows, boy.
This was a comb knife I had.
I was wondering. I was like,
I was holding a knife. I found it the other day. It's pretty sweet.
that is sick.
Abdullah, because I've never interviewed you,
What's
dude,
up?
I do want to ask you how comedy is going. One thing that stands out about your page and your stand-up is your voices. So we got to get some voices on the show. When did you first do these voices? Because you kind of do. Speaking of being, this theme has been like offended, and I'm like 98% offended by your white guy voice. And I don't even sound like that guy, but I want to defend the people. Because when
Yeah.
you do it,
No, you're like a cooler white guy. You're
for
like
now.
Yeah,
but I
but
feel like
you-
I could sound like how you do your. What is your white guy really? It's kind of like Southern.
Well, yeah, there's a country guy. The country
Yeah.
guy is completely like, hey, how you doing, Paulie? It's real nice to meet you. Your hair's real nice. I love it.
Thank you.
I don't like Italians, to be honest with you. They're not real whites. It's just the truth. It's just the truth now. Come on. That's the country
Where'd
guy.
you get that country voice? Because it's not Michigan's not country.
No. I mean, honestly, it's like I sometimes just see a character that I like or something that stands out, and I'll just be able to pick up like the rhythm of how they're talking, and so
They
no,
come
just-
out on stage a lot though. Like you're good at just busting them out like in the moment. Like you do the white guy, you do a good Arab guy. You also do a
Yeah.
bunch of voices.
Yeah.
What got you into doing that is for comedy?
Honestly, it was like when I was younger, I used to always do just like making fun of my dad or my uncles or like the older like my dad's friends and stuff like that. It was
Yeah.
just it was like a thing that we did. And then I had this Scottish teacher in high school that he was my calc teacher, and his Scottish accent it was hilarious. So then I would just start doing it in class like with him. His name was David Peterson. and every time I'll ask a question, I'm like, "Excuse me, sir." Oh man, I forgot. I literally forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, I was
But
gonna
yeah.
say, does he sound like Shrek? Like how
Literally,
Scottish
literally.
was he?
Like literally like the most Scottish you can think.
Does he still come out on stage and do this voice on stage or no?
So I haven't actually. So that like initially, I didn't start doing like I just recently started doing the like the actions on stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My old stand up was just like my mom basically. I would do like she was the only character that I would do. Everything else was just stories about my life.
Got it.
But yeah, so the Scottish accent, it's like, hello, how the hell are you? My name is Peter, all right? And then I would like in class, I would like, all right, I want to know what the derivative is or the integral, and he'll just be like, Abdullah, stop it, right? And then everybody in the class, like, they'll just enjoy me roasting him, and I would just go back and forth. So he actually liked me.
That's
to be honest.
fun,
Like I was one of those bad kids, but also like. He's like, all right, I see where this guy's coming from. So yeah,
that's the power of humor, dude. Like you, I feel like when you get laughs in high school doing the voices, you kind of like, oh, I could do this like in my life. Like this is fun. People.
And then I just started learning other accents and learning like just like as soon as I see something that like as soon as I pick up the rhythm, like the Nigerian one, for example, or the Indian one or whatever, it becomes fun. And then like the goal really is to make the people that I'm talking to or like doing the like character to believe in it, like and really think I'm that person, you know?
Yeah. Voices are amazing. I feel like also you should be allowed to do everybody because it is like a compliment if you sound like a real like.
I don't want to be like offensive. I don't want to do it where like this guy's accents are very offensive.
I don't know.
So it's like when he does it, I'm like, ugh.
Wait, what's Nigerian? How specific is that accent?
I'm like, how are you doing today, Paul? I want to tell you something. There are people here that do not like the Italians. I don't like them. They are racist to me. They are always saying bad things to me. I would be honest. But it's okay. We both believe in Jesus.
Sounds like everybody when I call for help, it's either Indian or Nigerian on the phone. The phone service.
You got a good Indian one too.
You do good Indian? Let's hear it. I mean, I also like you can get away with all this. I feel like people are now policing voices.
I feel like in another year or two, I'm gonna also get policed and
only
be like,
some of them.
Yeah, like I can do any air, like even the Indian one. Sometimes people are like, "Hey, you know, it's actually not Pakistani, it's Indian." Or it's like because there's not just one Indian accent. There's there's like the rich one, there's like the ghetto one, like just like in America, there's different dialects.
Do you know all them?
No, I'll be honest, I don't.
You do a blend?
Yeah, I do one based off of a character that was in my life. That he was like a guy that worked. His name is Uncle Imtiaz. He worked at like a Indian restaurant.
Nice.
And he fed me throughout college, and he was the best guy. But his like my impression is literally identically him. Like he just used to do this like, brother, assalamu alaikum, how are you doing today, Abdullah? You are so. I will get chicken tandoori for you, no problem. So he had this like,
soothing.
Yes, and he was just a nice guy, bro.
I had a boss at my first job, sandwich shop in New Jersey. It was Quiznos.
How did he sound?
I might do it. I might do it. Can I do it?
Do it.
No, he was Indian. The one observation I made comedically was he never stopped moving his head.
Oh yeah.
So he'd always be like,
no, because it's like it's part of their expression, you know, like
it's part of the language.
It's
like oh my goodness, like you know. So what does this mean in Italian?
Just kind of like it's just an expression. I don't know the exact meaning of it. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you?
So
say?
like when an Arab mom does this to you, it means like wait until we get home.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna beat your mother.
Yeah.
And
that's crazy. Everything we do is offensive. Like the feet and this, everything's offensive to Arabs, but it's normal.
It's not necessarily offensive. It's just like
Wait,
like wait, you know, like.
Moms might have stole that from us. Because the Italians is kind of like, what
other Italian hand gestures?
This is like good food. This is like my grandpa used to always eat, and after if it was good, he'd be like, "That's what Italians do." For
it's
good
like
food.
dimples, like
yeah.
Okay.
And this one, when they're mad, sometimes they used to go like this, which I think is like kill. It's like a face one. A lot of hand signals for Italian.
We also use our hands a lot too, to be honest.
You do.
Like Arabs in general, they.
This one's another one too. This is the Malyok. It means the bad eyes for Italians. So like you're kind of
It's like
cursing someone.
Yeah, we have the middle finger.
No, but that's like the ayin.
Yeah, but we don't have that. I think it's just we just do it with our eyes.
I really like hearing your voices because I think
Thank
they're really
you.
good. Is there a favorite one that you do that you also want to bust out for us real quick? Do you do an impression of Younis or Zach?
Yeah, what's your impression of me?
What's your impression?
You don't really have you guys don't have accents, which is interesting because Arabic was your first language, no?
Arabic's my first language. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have an accent. You too, none of you guys do.
Yeah,
you
we
grew
kind
up
of lived
here.
in America for a long time, you know.
We actually just put an act.
Whatever,
we're
you
with
immigrants. Wait, what?
Imagine we just put on. An
Yeah,
act
as soon as you
we're
leave,
with
like, what's up, man? How are you? I'm glad that guy leaving.
Wait.
He's the worst.
Wait. Have you ever like put on your Arabic accent to like do anything in
Yeah,
life?
bro,
as
this
a-
guy does it
All the time. I used to,
what?
you know, I've been actually telling myself I need to do it more because I've been like a little, like when I was like 5 years ago, I would say, I just walk up to random people and start conversations, just trolling them with my accents. And they would love it because they're like, what the hell's going on? Like, why is this guy doing this to me?
Yeah.
So, and it's like the accent is so like rough that people would just like, whatever I say, they're just like, all right, we're
I
gonna
don't
go
mind when
along.
he does it. We'll be out and he'll do it. Like we'll go to Target. He'd be like, "Do you know where the toothpaste is?" He'll do like a random. That was my impression of him doing the accent. But I hate when we're ordering food and then he'll do the accent. Like they're gonna spit in our food. Like he'll
But
do
do
it
you,
over
do you ever
the
go
top.
to a Middle Eastern place and want to get better food, so you talk like that? Like
Oh
something
yeah,
think
no, right
you're
away. I'm
saying?
like, yeah, it's just like Italians, you
Yeah.
know? They look at you, Italian.
I speak Italian sometimes.
Exactly. We do that. I'm like, right away. Salam alaikum. Oh, is it Arabic? Boom. You know,
Yeah.
it's you definitely get that treatment. But sometimes they also gonna scam you. Like that's
They're like scamming their own.
Yeah, like if they find out you're Arab, they're like, oh, we can get this guy. You know,
They know,
versus
yeah.
I mean, they're gonna scam white people in general, but like with an Arab, it's 50-50. You know.
50-50, yeah, like the Armenians with your teeth, right?
Yeah.
Dentist, yeah.
It's called code switching, though. That's
What's
like,
that?
Like when you code switch, when
Oh,
you're
yeah.
around your own, you know, you kind of lean into like an accent or like say more words that are in the language, your
Yeah.
native language. And then when you're around people that aren't, you just, hey, yeah, how you doing?
It's
Yeah.
probably hard for Zach to code switch because he only knows like 7 Arabic words.
I'm still waiting for him to teach me.
I know. I do need to teach him.
That's the only reason why we let him in the apartment.
Learn Arabic better. Who speaks the best Arabic in the house?
I think me and Younis are probably, but Younis probably a little bit more, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though he doesn't like speaking it because he hates Arabs, but
Since
Yeah.
when?
You were in
I just
Chicago.
hate these two Arabs.
Yeah. Well, listen, this is a fun podcast episode, but I got to get to the real point of why I invited you guys
Bring
here.
it up, bring it up.
You guys are all roommates, and I know you share rent, you share space. This actually is an intervention. Younis,
Talk to me.
we need you to stop cooking fish.
please,
We
thank
did this
you.
yesterday.
This
So
guy,
much.
I don't even live with you guys, and every time I hear about this guy cooking, it's stinky fish.
I
This
love
guy's
fish,
got,
man.
what's worse, his shoes off or his fish in the
I don't
kitchen?
know, man.
It's just like a big ball of just nastiness.
And
It's
I
just-
think Arap's favorite thing is fish. That's our.
There- yeah, it's
we
a big- it
you know?
is.
We gotta take him to San Diego and get Mesgoof.
You know what, though?
Sounds like a
He's
gang.
becoming a great cook.
Really?
He made something
All right.
yesterday,
All
and
right.
I was like,
All
Yeah.
right,
Oh.
dude. All right, respect.
Hey.
he is.
Well, I think we should end the way we started today, which is a little battle song, maybe a
Yeah.
little bit friendlier because we've been hanging out.
True.
Yeah.
We'll get Zach on the guitar.
Let's get Zach
We
on
want
the
to show
guitar.
how good of an artist Zach is as well.
Yes.
The fun part about having all you guys on is you're all very talented in your own lanes, so it's fun to just hang out with my friends on the podcast. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
But let's end with a little song about this episode, Zach. Let's grab a guitar. Just on the night, like the 4th of July.
Damn, you didn't get the voice, huh?
All right,
Everybody
so
else in the family got voices except Paul.
I wasn't really singing yet.
Ooh, Paul.
Come alive
Oh.
in the night. All right, here's Zach on the. Put the mic down a little bit for the guitar.
Check.
And maybe this song, we don't really have to title it, but I'd like some voices from Abdallah. I'd like some better battles from you, and then I'm going to pepper in what I feel as well.
Do it.
Guys, first I just want to say thank you for coming on. It's been really classy.
Oh, yeah.
Me and my Arab buddies in the studio making the funnies.
Where is our money?
I'll give you a blanket when you put your shoes on, honey. Woo! Woo, that was funky, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, get it. Let's go. Come on.
Ooh.
Where, get it. Polly, Polly. You're doing a great job, Polly.
Will I get
Polly,
cancelled?
Polly.
Will I get cancelled?
Yes,
I
you
get
will. Yes, you
cancelled for
will.
my
Yes, you
Indian
will.
song? Just a little. It's like just a twang. If you sing in an accent, is it as offensive?
I think it's more. But
Maybe.
We established I'm not white, I'm olive, so maybe I'm allowed to do other voices. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do Arab.
There you go.
not bad.
Wait, let's hear your Arab accent real quick.
I actually don't even know. Let me try real quick. We're still going, yeah. My Arab accent probably is like, shoot, I don't even know how to do it. It's a lot of
Not bad.
Wait. Okay, you pretend to speak Italian and you pretend to speak Arabic.
I'll do Italian.
All right, I'll try to speak Arab. You speak Italian. Go ahead.
Pigabano, se mi vista. Gonna basta malana. Oh. Oi, olive oil.
Allah.
Pescasto,
Olive oil.
piste pavonios, lavagnos, garbabasta.
Olive oil.
Hey.
Olive oil. Guys.
Costaños, costables, go basta.
Thanks for coming on. I love you guys all. Make sure you follow all these guys everywhere. We put their Instagram stuff in the bio. We love you. Thanks for tuning in. By the way, we got to end how we started. Today's episode was brought to you by Barefoot Dreams. Go to barefootdreams.com. Put the promo code PAPA15 for 15% off your first purchase. And also, maybe this guy can go buy something comfy to cover his bare feet. Hey, bye, everybody. Thanks. See you next week.
Woo! Good shit, boys.